All right, it's a jam-packed day. Caption files that I had to do. Big demands from some of my clients. I meet up with Clintus for an awesome lunch for 2.5 hours in order to talk shop and kind of where our respective businesses are at and where we want them to go and what we're doing in order to make all that happen. So it's super exciting. I come back here, I work even harder for a couple hours, do a couple caption files myself, and then I break off for dinner and some Destiny, play pretty well, and then end the night working late into the evening as we are now at 12:37 a.m. And this is how I got here. Good morning, passport holders. Today is April 18th, 2016. Sorry about that, got something in my eye. Day 535 of the vlogs, and today is off to a flying start, even though it is super short sleep. So obviously I went to bed around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was up at 8, immediately woke up and started captioning, did 2 videos this morning before I even got out of bed, showered, and now am exporting the vlog. I also snuck in there a couple lines of code just to fix something that I had implemented wrong for one channel last night as I was doing a major structural update for how everything kind of works. Additionally, what else have I done? I did something else. I started working on the deck again. So I'm now down to one slide that just needs to be tweaked just slightly. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that while the vlog is uploading. Given the fact that it is currently 10:19 a.m., I am doing really well on timing, so I should be able to get all of this stuff done, get out of here within the next 55 minutes, get on the road so that I'm not late to meet up with Clintus. So far, I'm killing today, and I hope you guys are having a good one, so let's get this one started. Absolutely crushing this morning, top to bottom, every which way. Got that last slide done. Vlog is all uploaded. The only thing that I didn't get to were the cards and annotations, which are easily fixable when I get home. But everything else is done that I needed to get done today, right? There were a couple little bonus items that I wanted to get done. Not upset that they didn't happen. So at this point, it's heading up to Glendale in order to hang out with Clintus. And yeah, this is the first time, I think, in a very long time, if not ever, on one of these trips that I'm taking the 17 north to go around to the 101 with you guys. So you guys are gonna see something different. Normally I take the 51, but in this situation with where the restaurant we're meeting at, the 17 is the faster route. So yeah, enjoy this time lapse. About 28 minutes worth of driving there. You know, super pretty, and not an area that I would regularly go up, even though I did actually interview for a couple of jobs, phone interviews, nothing in person, for jobs that would have been my route every day. So yeah, I'm very happy that is the case. That stated, I am here at Kiku Sushi, a revolving sushi bar. I have never been to a revolving sushi bar, so I know that this is the place that Clintus brings Mason and his kids. Mason being his nephew, his kids being his kids, Clintus's kids. When Mason comes over and Tiffany isn't around because she doesn't like seafood, so yeah, just sit there, and Mason's parents don't like it either. So you know, this is where one of the core places they go to for sushi with the kids, because I guess the revolving part is enough to intrigue them, I guess. But it should be fun to hang out with Clintus for a little bit, and yeah, we'll see what I get with him. It's never enough in my book. I never get enough of him on camera, but I do love hanging out with him so much, and the stuff we talk about is just so interesting and not vlog worthy, but I enjoy it anyways. There he is. Yes, my Frankenrig keeps growing. All right, guys, so I actually got yelled at Sushi for having my camera out. They didn't want it around, so it was...
Let's be honest, the Cyclops-looking robot that he has for a camera scares most people. They see this thing sitting on the table and they're like, whoa, no cameras. This isn't, we're not gonna be on TV or anything. Whereas I pull out this thing and they're thinking we're taking like selfies and they're like, oh, it's so cute, these two boys here.
All right, I get it. You know what Frankenrig is its own monstrosity. But Clintus, give us the rundown on what's happening in your channel recently. I think that dirt bike riding happened yesterday, correct?
Oh yeah, so yeah, today's vlog was dirt bike riding. It was awesome. Got some multiple angles with the GoPro. I tried to pull the drone out and both kids were done by the time I got the drone out. So next time we ride, that's the first thing I'm gonna do is pull the drone out to get some drone footage. But yeah, we went dirt bike riding. We had an awesome Nerf war this last week, and we got a lot more planned this week going to Playlist Live in Orlando.
I'm jealous.
But overall, yeah, everything's going great with the vlog channel. I've been really working hard on Clintus Games, and I've been streaming over there almost every day. Obviously, life gets in the way, life gets busy, and it is a
hanging out when B gets in the way.
Pet project of mine. So life's good. Life's good. No complaints.
That's awesome. Enjoy Playlist, and yeah, man, we'll see each other next month. But thanks for lunch, man. I appreciate it. Hanging out with Clintus for about 2.5 hours there, so a little bit shorter than our normal bit, not our 4-hour go. We both got things to do. It was awesome. Gary has since dropped a 95-minute video, so that will become bits and pieces of my afternoon. It's just so good to talk with Clintus about all this different stuff that's going on, get his perspective on things. Like, I respect him so much. At this point, you know, just gonna head home. And I've got a ton of stuff that I need to work on, although that stated, a lot of stuff has already gotten done. So I'm hoping to be able to deploy another major piece to the back-end infrastructure and then do this Gary video and maybe play some Destiny tonight, because I feel like doing that a little bit more. But let's get on the road. Been back here for about 2.5 hours. Started handling captions for Gary's hour-and-a-half long video, and then noticed that one of the captioners did pick it up. So I'm pumped about that. They're stating that their expected delivery date for me is Friday. So I'm okay with that. You know, it's not the typical turnaround that I do for most of Gary's videos, but then again, it is 96, 97 minutes long, and so it would have taken me a couple of days to do it myself. So I'm more than happy to pay that person and pay that person a little extra in order to get it done, just because like it frees me up to do other things. So in exchange, I decided instead of letting the captioning queue pick up Clintus's video, that I would take it just to see, you know, hey, how far I've come along. As I've been captioning Gary's videos, I've gotten more quick about how I do them. Doing that with captioning on Clintus's, since it is a multi-speaker crosstalk, possible but not crosstalk heavy like the Ask Gary V's, and so I was able to get the transcription, the corrections, the timing all done in about 42 minutes. So I've got one more watch through in order to nail down the timing and make sure that everything is perfect. So you're looking at about an hour in order to turn around, an hour of work in order to turn around a 13-minute video. So I'm pretty pumped about that, truth be told. We'd like to see it get a little bit tighter, but with new channel, you gotta set up new snippets and new hacks in order to make it go faster. But at the end of the day, like, if that's what we're looking at for me to fill it out, I'm okay with that. That stated, I still have that watch through to do, and then I've got 3 areas that I need to code on the back end of the tools to make that all work. And then I've got to package together a bunch of stuff for Clintus so that he can have all the pieces that I promised him or made reference to him having while we were at lunch in his inbox, hopefully by sometime tonight. So once that's all kind of done, I think I'm going to like kind of take a little bit off tonight. I've got a training video that I want to watch. It's like 34 minutes long, so I'm going to watch that. I've got Last Week Tonight, which I'm going to watch. I want to play a little bit of Destiny, and I also want to continue reading this book. This book is awesome so far that I picked up. I'm already 3 of the 9 chapters in, so I'm thinking that I'm going to probably pile through this one in a week. This is a technical book. This is a book about, you know, marketing, sales funnels, that kind of stuff. And so I'm thinking, like, as all these pieces start to click into place, I'm getting pretty excited about where things are going. So let's get back to the grind. At this point, we're creeping up on 10 p.m. I've been hard at work for the last 2.5 hours doing a ton of infrastructure stuff regarding the business. I made my biggest switch that I've ever made regarding back-end kind of notifications and how all that happens. So previously, everything used to just route through email. It would hit my inbox, that kind of stuff. I've ended that today. So everything is now routing through Slack. Like I said, the major goal for me making all these structural changes behind the scenes is so that I can scale this business. At some point, it has to get out of my inbox and into something else.
And Slack was the best of all the options that I had available to me. The biggest thing for me, though, right now at the start, was that I wanted notifications directly to my Apple Watch. And so now that I have that through Slack and the Slack app and everything else, I had to rebuild all of the tools that were leveraging that email call, and test each and every one of them in order to make sure that they would work for not only one channel, but all of my channels. So everything got shut off for about a half hour there because there's nothing major on the board. So no outstanding episodes away from the big Gary Vee one that dropped today. So I shut it all down, made all the changes, did a bunch of tests, and now I've turned it all back on. And so far it looks like everything's working perfectly fine. So I'm pumped about that. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. I've made some massive changes about how things are going to happen. I've also begun to reroute things so that a review by a second person is required in every episode. So now at this point, QA is not just any longer going to be me. It's going to be me and a virtual assistant checking every one of these caption files to make sure that they are completely and utterly accurate. So, these are the types of things that I'm putting in place in order to, first and foremost, scale the business, but also provide insane levels of customer service and quality in the captions we're creating. So, really pumped to do that. That stated, it is 10 o'clock. I have been working since I got back here at whatever it was, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And, I want to play a little Destiny, and then I've got to do some more work tonight before I go to bed early because I have to be up early because it's Tuesday, which means it's laundry day. So I've got an early start tomorrow. But yeah, let me go shoot some noobs inside of the Crucible. Guys, it has been a jam-packed night, and I just got hit by a wall of tired, and I suspect that's because I went so short on sleep last night. I've got a bunch of things that I still need to do, but I've done a lot tonight, so I'm really kind of happy with where things are at. I've enlisted more help relating to kind of sales funnel mechanics and in particular Facebook advertising. I'm sick and tired of that being something that I don't have the skill for. Just professionally, it's kind of embarrassing to sit there and say that I've been in social media marketing and community management for the last, effectively since 2008, and I still haven't run a successful, quote unquote, successful Facebook ad or a YouTube ad placement. That's a mistake. So I'm trying to rectify that finally. So I enlisted some help from someone who comes highly recommended. So it's not cheap, but it is what it is. And this individual seems like he really does know what he's doing. So hopefully over the next 2 to 3 months, I'll be able to soak up a ton of knowledge and implement that very quickly and build more traditional sales funnel than the way that I have in relation to gaining new clients, which has been just straight up grinding. And then friends of friends, right? Cold emails and friends of friends. That's how I've grown this business to where it's at now. And I've been very heavy on, once somebody's in the cycle, we do back catalog work for them, right? And what we found is that actually, if somebody signs up once and they start to see how quick we respond and how quickly we're fulfilling, they ask for back catalog runs. We don't even have to suggest it. Like, they come to us saying like, hey, can you do this for all of my videos? That's happened now on 4 different occasions. So pretty cool. I've got follow-ups. I've got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, right? Stuff that like more infrastructure stuff to make sure that the changes that I made earlier this evening actually function the way that I think they should. And then on top of all of that is I'm going to try and set up a call with a couple of the other creators or managers, executive producers, people who are my point of contact with the channels, because it went really well with Clint today, to sit there and show him the search engine and how it works and what's going on there. And so I think that I need to be making those calls to every one of my client base. So it's just trying to schedule that in over the next week. I had tentative times with some of them, and it's moving, it's in flux. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. Like, I'm there at when it's convenient for them. So I'm going to try though to make it happen sometime this week. I will say thank you guys for your time and your attention. It's been a really good day, and I hope you guys had one as well. So remember though, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.